Wuyang edition for the
I know they just call him
Mythbuster
Papa.
series, which is always well loved by the community here. Before we begin, I actually want to ask
I wasn't
you guys
locked
to leave
in.
some more Wuyang myths in the comments that I forgot to test or didn't get around to. And also leave perk myths.
First community goal, not to get a single point.
And I forgot to pose the question in like the patch note video, so I didn't
I'm not
put
playing
a
that shit.
short list or a consolidated list of perk myths that people were curious about. So leave those in there and let's get
I
started.
want to see what he's talking about.
Genji deflecting an empowered
Scarky
orb
video.
allows him to
Is,
control the tracking. So Wuyang's
doing
aiming
Wuyang,
mechanic has been unique to the
Mythbusty.
game of
Just wanted to
Overwatch,
see
but
what
when Genji deflects it, it does not look like he
the
can
fuck he
control
interacts
it.
with
It
me.
just fires the water
I'll
orb
bet.
back in a straight line and where he's looking. So no.
You don't see it?
Sending a water orb through amplification matrix sideways
Oh,
can
yeah, I can
boost
see
it
where
through
I'm at.
each
My
pass
fault.
through. Well, obviously, the ant matrix doubles the damage of any projectiles that pass
Damn.
through it. So what if we curve the orb left
200
and
is crazy.
right through it 2 times? We tried our best, but unfortunately, it looks like everything only gets amplified 1 time.
Okay.
So no, this myth is busted. Genji deflecting one of the 3 orbs from Falling Rain perk will actually convert all 3 orbs for him. So at first glance at testing, it looked like when you deflected any of the triple orbs, it turned it back into a single projectile and did the full 120 damage. But if you take it to the extreme and go max distance and let the triple orbs fan out a little bit further, it does look like you can deflect them 1 or 2 at a time individually. But realistically, this is such a rare occurrence. You're most likely going to end up deflecting all 3 because they don't actually spread out very far. And if you do, all 3 of them will try to combine together into what looks like a single orb projectile. Guardian Wave can be nullified by D.Va's defense matrix. Yeah, this one's a pretty straightforward myth. We're gonna fire the Guardian Wave right at the D.Va with matrix up, and it does not look
you
like
could
it
eat that shit. That
nullifies it
shit
at
would be
all. This
fucking-
myth is busted. Guardian Wave can be casted up steep slopes.
So you've been playing
and
at the scrims and
objects.
shit.
It looks
You ever
like
get
the
annoyed by
Rhine
D.Va?
works at about this height, and then when we see the Rhine go up the stairs a little bit more.
So do I ever
it no
get
longer
annoyed by
travels
D.Va?
up past this point. But thanks to this
Yeah,
advanced hero
defense
screen that's
matrix,
new with this
that's
season
its
of
fucking-
Overwatch, you can
On
actually
fucking
debunk
everything.
a lot of myths
Yeah,
themselves by just looking
because it's
at it.
like
It says 1.8
it's not like a
million
shield where like
Guardian
okay, a
Waves,
shield
if
you can
do it
break
right
it,
here,
but the fact
Yeah.
that I literally just
absolutely can travel
say
uphill
no
to this
to your
limit.
fucking projectiles.
Yeah.
Wuyang's
Can't do
Guardian
shit,
Wave
buddy.
and Ana's biotic grenade
Yeah.
can stab
Yeah, especially when
back
you
and
support,
And the
nigga.
range on that shit is crazy.
Alright, let me
Like,
break
Man.
it'd
this
be different if
down
it like
for you. So
protected
first
her,
we
but
have
like
Guardian
literally
Wave
can
our
throw that shit
target
around the
here.
corner.
We have Ana shoot, and she heals 192.5 minus the initial 80 Guardian Wave, which means she heals 112.5 with 50% healing boost thanks to the Guardian Wave itself. Now for the second
Damn.
clip, we have the Guardian
That's
Wave plus
fucking-
Ana's nade, and see if we get even
Damn!
more than 112
Oh my
healing. You can see
God,
that they
what the
healed to
fuck?
155 after the Guardian Wave and the nade hit, and the Ana heal.
I mean, that is a lot of
267
utility,
to the
but,
max.
like,
It's
still-
112 healing
That's
per
crazy.
shot
Like, you're
from the
getting
Ana right
bursted
there.
up.
Therefore, it doesn't matter if a teammate has the amplified healing effect from Ana, you still won't heal anymore with the Guardian.
That's also
Wave.
pretty
It's
good,
a flat
because I mean
number.
that you play
Wuyang's
that
Guardian
nigga.
Wave healing can be
you kinda,
amplified by Ana's biotic grenade. So here's our baseline
can make the
control
other
clip, where we
support
know
who's
the
shitty
healing
look
wave
better.
heals 80
Good go.
HP. And if you take the ebb and flow perk, it'll obviously heal 80 HP back. So now we have an Ana throwing an early nade here. You can see the amplified healing effect sitting on this Wuyang ball.
Wait, does it go
now
up?
we hit the Guardian
I'm
Wave
assuming it
and
would.
look, it only
No, it
heals
doesn't.
80 HP. And
Wow.
with ebb and flow, 80 HP back. So it looks like Guardian Wave is like a fixed 80 HP heal no matter what,
Okay.
which is really interesting. Guardian Wave healing gets reduced by the damage roll passive. So in the last myth, you saw how it's 80 healing no matter if it's from Ana amplifying it or not.
How much
So I
damage
was
does it
wondering
do?
if this 80 healing is like a flat number that just takes priority over everything else. So we tested it up against the DPS passive, and luckily it works as intended. It is reducing it by 30%, which is 56 healing instead of 80. A Guardian Wave with the Ebb and Flow perk, blocked by an enemy barrier, can rewind from the other side of said barrier. So it looks like when you hit the Guardian Wave on a barrier, it stops when it makes contact with the barrier and
But it
will
still comes
come
back?
from that point. But if they walk forward, they will be hit because the
Oh,
wave
stupid.
returns from the point they made contact with the barrier. Damage boosting Wuyang will affect the amount of resource he gains back from Guardian Wave. So if you don't know, Guardian Wave restores 33% of your resource the moment you cast it, and when you're damage boosted,
I
you
did
can
not
still-
know that.
still gains 33% back.
I'm
No
shitty.
change here. Sombra's hack or EMP can shut down Guardian Wave mid-cast. Mid-cast, absolutely, you see it stops right there. But once the wave is out, it'll still finish it on the way out and on the way back. This is a good myth to test because some abilities get completely disabled once they're hacked.
Yeah.
Guardian Wave can be
Sombra's a
amplified
piece
by
of shit.
Baptiste's amplification matrix.
Okay.
So here's Bap's amp matrix coming out. We'll see if the wave changes on
Nope.
the healing portion. It looks like it's the same. Now let's
That's
do it on
weak.
the damage portion. It is the same as well. It is not getting double damage. The numbers look a little funky because that's just the fall off damage past a certain distance.
about to
Rushing
stream?
Torrent can clear some classic jump spots. Well,
I'm gonna
not
have
so
to go
much
get
mid,
my
but I
son,
just
and
want
then
to
I'll
show off
probably
some
stream
cool
after.
spots here.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely, because Rushing Torrent gives you very good jump height right now, so you can do some crazy movements here. The initial speed boost from Rushing Torrent will scale down from slowing effect. So if we take a look at what the Rushing Torrent speed is, you can see the acceleration jumps up to 25 meters per second and it starts scaling down 13, 12, 11, 10 meters per second as he continues to ride the waves. Alright, now with the Mei slowing you down, the initial speed boost actually does bring you to 25 meters off the rip as well, but it slows down way harsher. So the initial max velocity or max speed you gain is the same, but it like spikes down immediately. Rushing Torrent can jump and clear a ground level minefield from Wrecking Ball. Here we have Ball laying out his mines, and for most of these tests, we were unable to get a clean jump over the mines as it just covers too much area. However, with a bit of RNG, there is a world where you can safely pass the mines by jumping in between the perfect set near the edges, but it likely won't happen that often. Being hacked by Sombra during Rushing Torrent cancels the ability. Just a simple test here to see if you can carry on with your momentum or speed, but it looks like as soon as you get hacked, you lose all speed and momentum from the Rushing Torrent, so yeah, confirmed. Moving on to his
My nigga
ultimate,
sounded
Tidal
sad as hell
Blast can be
saying
cancelled by depleting the initial overhealth. I actually saw this in a comment that was upvoted quite a bit in the Wuyang breakdown video I did a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, is that really how it works? So we tested it. Yeah, I don't think so. Depleting the overhealth doesn't do anything. He still gets the stun off, so this myth is busted.
Why would it work that way?
Wuyang's Water Bomb, the Tidal Blast, gets nullified by Venture's Burrow. So yes, if you get Tidal Blasted and then you go into the Burrow and you sit in there and wait for it to pop, you can technically null it because nobody gets stunned. But if you exit it early, you can still stun people outside of it, so just make sure you're not in the Burrow before it happens. Water Bomb gets nullified by Mei's Cryo Freeze. So similar to Venture, if you get water bombed while in the ice block, you can null it by sitting in it for too long. But
I already
obviously,
know that's just gonna happen when I play a
you
bug.
can still get the stun off. The water bomb or tidal wave can be carried by phase or teleport abilities like Fade, Wraith Form, and Doomfist Meteor Strike. There's gonna be a few more interactions we're gonna show that I didn't list in the Buster prompt there because there's quite a few. The only thing you have to worry about is accidentally nulling it by being in that invulnerability phase while you go through it. The only exception is Reaper. He's the only one who can't seem to accidentally null it because you're allowed to be in that water bomb state while he's wraithing. Everybody else has a little bit of risk if you miss time.
Yeah, I like that. Now with the Morga, you disappear, reappear, and then you hit niggas with that
Tidal
ult.
wave or water bomb can be hacked and
that's
removed
big.
by Sombra's hack or EMP. So here comes the hack, and no, you don't lose the water bomb, you don't lose any overhealth either, and same with EMP, nothing happens besides taking a bit of damage on the overhealth thanks to the EMP, but yeah, you still get CC'd. Wuyang and a duplicated Wuyang from Echo can stack Tidal Blasts on a player. So you know with an Ana Nano Boost, only one person can be nanoed the whole time, but we're trying to see if you can stack 2 Tidal Blasts, and it looks like you can.
Damn!
In fact, if you turn off the cooldowns in a custom game mode, you can get a little crazy with it.
Oh, buddy.
Reinhardt can be stunned out of charging the wearer of the Tidal Blast. So Rein charging like a nano target is usually a good play because you take him out of the fight, but charging somebody with Tidal Blast on may not be the smartest choice because the stun will still go off, so be careful. And finally, Wuyang
Doom slamming in, knock people down, brother.
Casted from Tidal Blast Explosion.
That's why
So
I feel like
if the
he's
damage
gonna
dealt
go
from the
harder in
Tidal
like a
Blast
team
is
environment.
granted to Wuyang himself and not the wearer, and it
Solo
looks like
queue
the
was kinda
scoreboard
like,
goes up for
you
the
know, it's
Wuyang,
cool.
so yes it does. Unfortunately, it
You
just
set up
does not
probably
give you
some
any
crazy ass
charge.
combos.
And that's it for the myths. Again, remember the beginning of the video. Make sure to leave your
W.
myths in the comments along with perk myths as well. Thanks, guys.